Before you can jump into the Divine Beast dungeons in the Champions Ballad, the new DLC for Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, you'll need to complete 4 shrines, and they can be kinda tricky, so I'm going to quickly go over how to complete these shrines. This shrine is relatively simple, though you can easily die if you brush up on the plethora of spikes in this shrine. So take out your Magnesis rune and move the metal plates to create a path over the spikes. Over to the right side there's a ledge with a chest. Just use your Magnesis rune to create a path over there, and you'll find the Forest Dweller's Shield. Beyond this section, you will see 2 moving gears with a bunch of spikes all over the place. For me, I just hopped onto the first gear, and then quickly used the Stasis rune to stop the second gear. Then I just hopped on and moved to the conveyor belt. Fortunately, the conveyor belt is pretty slow, so if you're just careful, you can just run through this part with relative ease. The next part of the shrine are these 3 pendulums of death. Just time it correctly and you can jump and paraglide to the end. I froze the last spiky ball since it moved the most out of the 3, and it just made it significantly easier. Then the final section of the shrine is very Indiana Jonesy. You have a moving spike wall constantly chasing you. But don't sprint, just keep moving forward. The spike pillars on the wall will shoot out at you, but if you're slow enough they won't hit you, so just react accordingly. At the end of this section, just jump onto the pillar so you can reach the monk at the end of the shrine. Next up is the Collected Soul Shrine, which is again pretty simple, but pretty frustrating if you're not patient. Move forward and slide down the ramp while avoiding the spiky balls. Then grab the metal bowl with your Magnesis rune. Over on the right side you'll see a bunch of orbs constantly falling over the edge. If you can, use the bowl to try and catch the chest that is constantly falling. This is gonna take a while, but if you can catch it, you'll get some bomb arrows. Use the bowl to try and catch the large orb so you can put it on the pedestal right next to you. This will unlock the small room with a Fenric bow in the chest. After that, go back and grab the bowl to try and catch the smaller orb. When you get the smaller orb, bring it to the pedestal near the beginning of the shrine. I recommend trying to drop it off before trying to walk up the ramp. This will make it easier for you to avoid the spiky balls. Then all you gotta do is place the orb onto the pedestal, and it will unlock the door next to you. And then you're pretty much done with this shrine. This next shrine starts off as a test of strength. And since you have a super overpowered weapon, just hit the Guardian once and it will go down. After that, run into the next room, grab the bomb arrows in the chest, then hit the pressure plate at the end of the room. This will open up the floor in the center of the arena. Jump down and walk down the hallway. There will be automatons in this area, so check the corners with your bow out. Most of them will go down with 1 hit from a 3-shot bow. After this bridge-esque area, take a left and destroy the automaton that are in your way. Then just follow this hallway and open the chest that will have a giant ancient core inside. After that, just head back from where you came from and then climb up the ladder. Follow the path to grab the key from the chest. Hop off the ledge and open the door. You will enter a room that has 4 automatons. For me, I pulled out my bow and equipped bomb arrows, and I made short work of them. Hang by this area so you don't get hit by any lasers. After you defeat them, you will have completed this shrine. So the final shrine can be difficult since it's kinda hard to see what you're doing. Keep walking forward and past the 3 vertical lasers. Then crouch to walk past the 3 horizontal lasers. Wait a moment so you can walk past the moving laser, then walk into the next room. Follow the path and you'll come to a room filled with rotating pillars with spiked walls attached to them. Just time it correctly and you can go through the gap between the spikes and the walls. Before you leave this section, go left and you'll see a wall covered in leaves. Either use fire arrows or a normal arrow set on fire to burn up the leaves to reach the chest. It'll have 300 rupees in it, so I recommend getting it. After this room, keep moving until you reach a room with fire exhausts. Just time it correctly and you'll have no trouble with it. And the final room before the monk has 3 automatons. You can easily defeat them with an arrow or your overpowered weapon. So just take them out and talk to the monk. And then congratulations, you've completed all the shrines in the Champions Ballad. Now you can finally get started on the real meat of the DLC. And that's it for the video. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to like and subscribe. Check back every weekday for another Prima 365. And for more content like this, be sure to head over to primagames.com.